told you before about the new musical Knoxville. It's in Knoxville.
Yeah, and while it's in its last stretch right now at the Clarence-Brown Theatre, there are some local people in the professional show that are still learning. But audience members say they can barely tell. Our Aaron Rogers is joining us in studio this morning. Aaron, this production brings professional actors and local students of the theater together.
Yeah, it does. And the performers, as they're getting ready to take their final bow, many will be taking their first professional bow. The Clarence-Brown Theatre is the professional theater of Knoxville, and while it's on campus, it's not just students performing. The Knoxville musical tells the story of a man looking back on his life, his experience as a child in Knoxville in 1915. A cast full of Broadway and local performers, but some local students did audition, some getting roles in the show. And with Broadway director Josh Rhodes and a cast of experienced performers, some students were able to take part in that show, some actually filling in last minute. UT theater professor and local performer Shinnery Jackson has had the opportunity to not only teach the students on stage, but also watch them develop into professionals while performing with them.
We just let them craft their own characterizations with the guidance of the director, Josh Rhodes, or whoever the director may be in whatever professional show. And that gives them sort of the jumping off point for when they graduate. They're ready. They're ready to go on stage at any moment, or television or film.
She said that doing this show is also a chance that she's excited to have as a local professional. The theater holds its last few performances today through the weekend, closing the show off on September 22nd. Ticket information can be found on the Clarence-Brown Theatre website. We'll have a link in the WVLT app.
Really lucky for students to be able to get this kind of work experience, if you will. Aaron, you got to see the show. Could you tell there were some students on stage, and how was the show?
No, you really couldn't tell. Their professor told me they were really going toe-to-toe with the professionals. I couldn't tell at all. The show was fantastic. It took me by surprise. I didn't really know what it was going to be, so we shed a few tears, but it was great.
How about that?
Wow, that is so wonderful. This is the last weekend. You can catch it. You don't want to miss it. Aaron Rogers, thank you so much.